feel like my fingers must have gotten swollen or something because my ring is a little hard to put on. And I wonder why. Today, at this hour, let's take a look and see a follow-up to our regular investigation. Who's watching you? I invite you to go and check out the other readings done in this series if you feel called to. Although I do it every week, I do consider these part of my timeless reading series. You know, energy fluctuates, especially when you're doing it by the collective, for the collective. People have trends, and they may not be doing the actions of a specific trend all at the same time, but they could get around to it. That was something that I realized and what inspired me to set up this channel was the realization of that. So, if you're new to Mystic Moons, welcome. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being part of the channel. I appreciate you. If you are a supporter of the channel, sending you lots of love. That's really appreciated. I do appreciate your support ever so much. If you appreciate my time in doing this video, do hit the like button. It lets me know how interested you are in the reading. I will be doing, or I will be attempting to do all 12 of the zodiac. We'll see how far we get with how much energy I have. I will also be available for personal readings if anyone has a question. That's fine too. Just donate. Details are in the description. I think that's about it. We'll get started. Who's watching you? Hello, Marcin. So as I'm sure everyone is aware of, we're always being watched. Being watched by the cameras, being watched by our neighbors, being watched by our family. We're being watched by the bugs and the mices and whatnot, the spiders that are in the corners of our house. Many different eyes upon us. For all you know, you could be remote viewed. Someone could be watching you that way. Someone could be remote viewing you and watching you at an entirely different timeline. I mean, there are all those possibilities, right? My point is, when someone is watching you and you can feel that energy of intent, of recognition, of focus. Not everybody watching you is worthy of your attention or worthy of you paying attention to, but the purpose of these readings is to give a little highlight on who within the collective trends are focusing on you with that superb intent, superb focus that at the very least you should be aware of. Let's go and see. And for the first sign that we'll start off with, that will be, start off with Capricorn. We'll start off with earth signs. Who is watching Capricorn? Let's see. Someone who knows a fair bit about you, Capricorn, is watching you. Now, either Capricorn, this person knows that you yourself have had a few trials that you have been dealing with, or a few things that you've been working towards or for. Or Capricorn, this person perhaps caused some trials or tribulations your way, and they want to see how you feel about it. Capricorn, let's take a closer look. Let's go and find out. So Temperance. Temperance, I have 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, and the Tower. Okay, someone who you don't expect, Capricorn, is making your way. I guess I should say Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. For these readings of who's watching you, I'd also consider your 8th house, definitely 12th house energies. Okay, so think about those signs too, and where you have your Capricorn placements. Capricorn, I have somebody making their way towards you. Capricorn, this person has been actually watching you for a period of time now, at least a couple of months, Capricorn, if not longer. This person is known to you, Capricorn. I don't know, Capricorn, exactly the nature. I'm not going to investigate it because I have the other 11 signs to do. These are short readings. But Capricorn, this person is entirely unexpected to you. Someone who's known to you, someone who you haven't dealt with in a while, someone who has showed no outward interest in you. I would say they probably have been laying low, if not dead. They're going to come forward, Capricorn, with a whole bunch of renewed vigor to rekindle your relationship. Capricorn, I'm also going to say in this energy of 6 of Swords and Temperance that's here, especially with an enthusiastic Page of Wands. This could be someone who has popped out of your life before and has popped in like back and forth. Maybe they've done this at least once. And if they've done this at least once, I feel like still a significant chunk of time has gone on before they, both when they let the contact lapse and then they come back again. Signs, Capricorn, I have Temperance. I have Sagittarius, I have Aquarius, I have Gemini, and I have Scorpio. And since we're dealing with communication and changes, I really feel, Capricorn, for these placements, also consider their 1st house energy, rising energy, Mercury, 2nd house energies, and Pluto. Okay, think about those places, those placements. Go on to the next sign. Good morning, Mystic. I see I have a whole bunch of chats. Yes, I don't really read the chats when I'm doing the readings. I do them when I'm done, I read. But hello, Cynthia. What a pretty name, Cynthia. Hello. And hello, M. Sly and Carlos. And happy birthday to whoever is a Gemini and celebrating happy birthday, Gemini seasons. On that subject, 3 girls I know have just given birth all within the past 2 weeks. It's like baby season. A whole bunch of Geminis popped out. Well, yeah, it's a Gemini. No, that one is not on the cusp of being a Gemini. But, baby season. Happy birthday season. Anyway, I'll go back and read the other comments earlier at the end. So let's go and see. So for these readings, I invite you to think about your sun sign. Besides your sun sign, you could also think about your moon sign, your rising sign, your 12th house energy, and your 8th house energy. That's how these readings work. Like I said, think about it. Think about what feels relevant to you at this time. Let's go on to the next earth sign. We'll go on to Virgo. So for Virgo, oh, and thank you so much for the likes, everyone. So for Virgo, who is watching Virgo? Virgo, the person who's watching you either is very close to you or they hope to be very close to you. Virgo, this person holds you in very high esteem. They should also, too, in this energy, Virgo, I will pull to clarify, but they also in this energy should be a presence right now to you. I don't know if they're a presence, how close of a presence they are, but they should be a very warm presence. They should be very friendly. They should be giving you direct eye contact and big smiles. Not like big creepy smiles, but you know what I mean. They should be sending you lots of good energy when they see you. And I do believe you are seeing them, Virgo. This is not, I'm watching you and watching you from the corner type of energy. I have 10 of Swords. I have King of Pentacles. And I have Judgment. Virgo, I have somebody who's very friendly around you, who's been watching you, Virgo, and perhaps smiling at you, perhaps nodding, engaging in light chit-chat, Virgo. Light chit-chat, Virgo. This is an admirer. This person is not a past person, a past romantic person. If they're a past person, Virgo, then there's someone who you waved and just smiled across the street at like a year ago or something. The energy that I have here, nothing really progressed. What I do have here, though, Virgo, think about it, because as I said, this person does engage with you when they see you. They do want to make themselves a presence. Virgo, this person has separated. Perhaps, Virgo, depending on how long you know this person, you would be aware of somebody who recently enough, they are very much single. They are very much ended. They have ended big things in their life, more than just ending a relationship cycle. This person has also gone through changes. So I would see it not only as they ended a relationship here with King of Pentacles, but they could have moved, they could have switched jobs. Changes could have happened in their family as well. Anyway, this person has gone through actual big thing changes. I know big thing isn't really descriptive here, but you just get the idea. Changes to their life, changes to their household, changes to where they live. This person could have also in this energy too, Virgo, let me say, with the Fool and Judgment, they could have recently moved. It could be someone who has recently moved within, I'd say any time from last year onward. They could have been a new person in your area, a transplant. Anyway, Virgo, this is a new person. This person likes you. This person has good energy. This person is looking for a new start. This person has been significantly remolding their life to achieve a real start, a real new start in a better direction, the next level of them. And they're highly, highly interested in you. This person will approach Virgo. This person does have good energy, Virgo. This person should be, wonder, Virgo. This person probably will, I'll also say, they will not talk so much about their past things. They'll want to focus on more about their present plans and future plans. That's the energy that I have. Oh, should I say signs? Virgo, I folded that back so quickly. We had, see, of relevance. Well, there was Cancerian energy, Virgo. There was Aquarius energy, Virgo. But more than, there was Gemini energy. But more than that, I just really get this person is consciously creating a new clean slate for themselves, and they're about to embark on another phase in which they will be, they're seeking to commit to things. They're ready to commit to things. They're ready to build with things and they're ready to really apply themselves in ways that they haven't been before. That's more that I get than signs. So let's go on to Taurus. Then I suppose after we do earth signs, we'll go on to water, and then we'll tackle fire and air. So we'll do Taurus. Let's see, Taurus. Who's watching Taurus? I have Magician. So, a little interesting, Taurus, a person who's watching you either could be someone who is very eye-catching themselves, or Taurus, they could be watching how you compose and work with team in a team, in a group, how you stand out, how you assert yourself. Or this person could be very assertive themselves. We'll find out, Taurus. But this person is impressed with you, Taurus, a person who's watching you. They're watching you in good energy. They do have admiration for you, Taurus. They would like to get closer to you, Taurus. They are not close to you right now, Taurus. This person is either someone who is very prominent in a group of people, or you yourself, Taurus, you yourself, Taurus, are making yourself prominent just as you talk and collaborate, as you deal with people. We'll find out. With Magician. So, Magician. Seven of Swords. Ace of Swords. Okay, Taurus, person who's watching you is a little intimidated by you. You are the one in Magician energy. You are the one who's impressive. Taurus, this person has to build themselves up, Taurus, to make themselves, or to feel like they can talk to you on an equally impressive level. This person is a little intimidated by you, Taurus. They like you a lot. They are impressed with you tons. They are intimidated by you, Taurus. They are going to rise up to if they introduce themselves or to make themselves known. They feel like they have been sort of fading into the background with you, Taurus. Of course, they've been they have intentionally been fading off into the background because they've been studying you. I'm also going to say too, Taurus, when this person approaches, they're going to, something about how they present themselves, they're going to not be sly, but they are having to think differently to approach you. You are basically expanding their whole usual mental processes of whatever they do when they want to impress someone. You're making them work a little bit for it, Taurus. The person who's watching you, the admirer who's watching you, the person who's very impressed with you. This person has seen you in public situations. I don't believe Taurus is someone, no, this is not someone who's anywhere near your personal connections, not even family or friends. It's either on the street or work, or as you're going through your daily routine. Very interesting, Taurus. This person has been watching you for, I feel like saying, like this isn't months, Taurus. If anything, I feel like this is rather short energy. Person has been watching you, maybe somewhere around 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 7 weeks, but weeks. You've caught their attention. They've been buzzing around. They've been noticing you, and they are going to approach you, but they're not going to approach you authentically as themselves. They realize they have to level up too. They feel instinctively. You know what it is like too, Taurus? Think about it this way. No matter what kind of person you are and what kind of person someone else is, there are two types of people, right? The people who instinctively are leaders. And you could say those people, when they're paired with other people or other situations, there's a reason why they are leaders at that time, people aren't. Right? There's some sort of mastery or knowledge or command, or the way you hold yourself, the way you uphold, you move through your environment. It's more than a confidence. It's also a knowing, an innate knowing, an innate understanding. I mean, all those qualities of leadership basically come down to that: how to best navigate, how to best guide, how to best manage and organize. And while there are conflicts between who will lead, they both feel qualified to lead, etc., etc. But my point is, Taurus, in this energy, you've been moving with the self-confidence and authority of a leader, and this person's life experience, hasn't reached that level of maturation, that level of development. So when they're around you, instinctively they feel that pressure that that they're dealing with someone who's capable. Whether it's capable in charm, capable in ability, capable in presence, etc. It doesn't really matter, but this person feels a little bit of subordination to your innate presence as you assert yourself in the environments you travel through. Something to think about, Taurus, but that's who I have who's watching you. That person will approach Taurus. Significant energy there. I can't say Gemini, Scorpio, but this person, Taurus, will have very interesting things to say from the get-go. This isn't someone who will say something interesting after you know them for a little bit. They should be quite a witty and engaging conversationalist, or they'll try. If they're not witty and engaging conversationalist, Taurus, then they'll be, frankly, very weird. They'll say something and be like, whoa, I'm going to go over here now. One or the other, but it's going to be the quality of their words. Now let's go into water. Go on to Cancer. So if you have a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, if you have Cancer in the 12th house, if you have Cancer in the 8th house, you think about it. Something to think about, keep in mind. That's all these readings are. Who should you be aware of that's so prominently in your energy that we're picking up on them? So, Cancer. Who is watching Cancer? Knight of Swords and the Fool. So a couple of things, Cancer, the person who's watching you, they could have a lot of air. It's actually pretty strong Aquarius energy. Cancer, it could also be, Cancer, the person who's watching you. How much on the move are you, Cancer? How busy is your schedule right now, Cancer? How regulated is your schedule right now, Cancer? Or should I say to Cancer, when I say regulated, you can also think about how far do you travel in your daily routine? Like, do you just work from home? You work from home and only come out to empty out the garbage and pick up the deliveries outside? Do you go outside, Cancer, and travel to work and maybe go out for lunch or coffee or whatever? Do you stop in to a little store and window shop or buy something, etc., right? You get the point that I'm saying. How visible are you outside of your four walls? Because I also have in here of who's watching you. Somebody's watching you as you're on the go. This person is also, though, as they're watching you on the go, is also rather zoomy. And I don't mean new agey or anything like that. I mean, they're pretty active too. Anyway, we'll find out more. Find out more with that little Page of Cups under the Fool. Very interesting, Cancer. I have somebody who's watching you essentially, and that person is interested in getting to know you better. That person does have genuine interest in being friendly. That's what I have so far. That Two of Wands fell out, Cancer. I'm just going to keep it since it fell out, but I'm going to pull out some other ones. So Two of Wands, Page of, they want to get closer to you. How do they get closer to you? This person is watching you outside, Cancer. I wonder how well they know you. I don't think they know you that well. Cancer, this person definitely doesn't know you that well. I'm only laughing because we had the appearance of the Page of Cups underneath. And then here we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And the only thing that's missing is the Page of Swords. But with the Knight of Swords here, it tells me that this person, well, the Page of Swords to me is an interesting energy. Because it's someone who will basically say, they'll make their point. They'll say their point. They'll get in front of your face and they won't really care if they deliver it properly or nicely or whatever. They don't care about the occasion, right? The Page of Swords energy is very direct. When a Page of Swords decides to act, they act. But I'm laughing here because with the other pages that are here, this person is very, very cautious about how to approach. That's what's funny. Page of Swords, basically Knight of Swords, they'll definitely approach. Knight of Cups in the energy here, all about the right way to approach as fast as they can, but they don't want to get into, they don't want to rub you the wrong way. That's what I thought was funny about Page of Swords missing. So Cancer, the person who's watching you, entirely not known to you. Cancer, I wonder if you've even seen this person. Maybe you have. I dare say this person has seen you or is aware of you. 97% more than you are. If you have seen this person, Cancer, I feel like there were other more pressing things on your mind than for you to, or maybe you would have seen it, but you just would have gone off. Cancer, the person who's watching you has been watching you not that long either. Been watching you, not watching endlessly, right? Like some of the other energies, called or anything. No, this is rather fresh energy, rather new energy. And this person doesn't know how to go and bridge the distance between you and make it seem natural. They are thinking of ways of how to do this. They will approach, and they will approach very, very carefully. Very, very conservatively. They will make bold steps, but they'll do it in a conservative manner. So you could take that as it would resonate. For instance, they wouldn't invite themselves over to your home, but maybe they would drive you home. I don't know, something like that. Maybe they wouldn't go and have you over to meet their whole clan, but maybe their whole clan has already seen you. I don't know. Something about it is they would take big steps, but they would form. Let me see how to say this. I see in here connections being made on a deeper level, but the way that they would be made wouldn't appear that big of a deal. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, for instance, if someone came to your house, and different from a house invite to someone saying, oh, I can help you with that, and then they just, appear. Anyway, that's who you have. Signs, Cancer, I do have significant air. Still have significant Aquarius, I have some fire, but then, I don't know. What it says, there is significant air here, but it's communication. Definitely communication, and this person is romantically interested in you. Cancer, you have an admirer. This person is cute. This person is going to try their best to say the right things to you at the right time and not scare you off with how is the word for how fast they'd like to proceed? Or is the word not scare you off with how much they're interested in you, one or the other? So let's go on to the next water sign. We'll do Scorpio. So who is watching Scorpio? Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Do you have Scorpio in the 12th house? Wow, if you have Scorpio in the 12th house. Do you have Scorpio in the 8th house? Well, 8th house is the native, right? Or the original energy with 8th house energy. Anyway, Scorpio. Let's see Scorpio. Who's watching Scorpio? Three of Cups. Scorpio, you've been making an impression somewhere. You've been making an impression, Scorpio. Scorpio, you've been separating yourself from the crowd in a very good way, Scorpio. Perhaps, Scorpio, you are not even caring about that and how people are regarding you, because Scorpio, it looks like you're just doing your own thing, doing your own business. But anyway, while you've been doing your own thing, Scorpio, and not really caring about whatever, you're shining. Quite dynamic, very eye-catching, impossible to ignore, Scorpio, in this energy. So let me go and say, first of all, in terms of who's watching you, Scorpio, a lot of eyes are on you. Right now, a lot of eyes have been on you. And that's only because you're presenting yourself as a very dynamic force. It's almost like you're going on your own path, not really necessarily sucking up to anyone, or whatever you do, you're just doing it according to what's good for you. And that's being noticed. That's making you stand out in a very strong, positive way in general. So know that people are watching you. People are noticing the way that you move, what you compromise on, what you don't compromise on, and why. They're going, Scorpio is making some very smart moves. That's what they're doing. Anyway, interesting energy there, Scorpio. I have Queen of Swords. I have Page of Cups. And I have the Star. Yeah, you have eyes on you, Scorpio. Scorpio, you have admirers, not just one person watching. You have many, many people watching you, Scorpio. Not all these people are at your level either, Scorpio. There's a few that are. A few, Scorpio, too, who you have yet to meet, who are going to be right at the level of your high vibration. Scorpio, someone very interesting is coming your way, and that person could even be, I know this is not who's watching, I'm just saying the energy that I have here. First of all, many eyes are on you. And I will say, too, you're being spoken about, but in a very good way. You're presenting yourself as a very strong-willed individual with your own agenda, your own plans, your own direction, not to be swayed. But you can be also, too, it's like no time wasters, but if your goals align, it's like you have a clarion call for people who are in your like energy to come together and do positive stuff. And I'm just going to say, on that note, Scorpio, there are people who you have yet to meet who are going to be introduced to you through networking, through people who you've just been presented as the legend who works situations really well, Scorpio. And that person or those connections you'll be making through other people holds a lot of possibility. So I'm going to say, Scorpio, whether it's possibility in love, possibility in career advancement, definitely going to take you on an entirely new path, a different path, a brighter path, a supported path. So Scorpio, keep on adhering to the things that you don't mind not comprehending, the things you don't mind collaborating on, and then your hardline boundaries, because the quality and the quantity of people who will be by your side as you are being yourself, Scorpio, is going to bring somebody through new connections who, well, that's a blessing, that person that's coming. Anyway, interesting energy, Scorpio. That's who's watching you. That is who is coming through networking. Third house with Scorpio energy. Or do you have perhaps also to think about where your moon placements are as well? Because I do feel these readings, they said 8th house, 12th house, and moon. Think about where your moon is housed. So let's see the next. Oh, Pisces. We have Pisces. And then we have air and fire. So for Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, Pisces in the 12th house. Of course, 12th house energy is native to Pisces, and 8th house. See, Pisces. Who's watching Pisces? It's like I see red on this card. Well, first of all, Pisces, a person who's watching you, well, they can affect you. They can affect you, Pisces, and possibly, Pisces, I'll find out more, possibly are they responsible, Pisces, for you? Could they be responsible for you, Pisces, for you advancing? Or could they, Pisces, be afraid of you moving out of their circle? All Pisces is that someone who's watching you, they can affect you. And Pisces, it's almost like catching butterflies with your hands, Pisces, or catching fish with your hands, little minnows. There's that kind of energy around here. Someone can affect you, Pisces, and also to Pisces, they want to hold on to you. Is it restrictive? Is it supportive? Is it protective? I don't know. I just know that they can affect you. And there is a question about distance. Also a little flip too. This energy is a little flipped. I mean, not flipped as in positive or negative. Flipped as in a little crazy, a little freaked. As if they blink, everything changes. Everything could change for you. Everything could change for them. Everything could change in the relationship you have together. Anyway, somebody's watching with a whole lot of pathos, pathos, Pisces. Someone doesn't want you to go too far away, Pisces. I say too far away because with Judgment and the supportive cards I have here of the Lovers, 4 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, it's like if they understand you, Pisces, they're giving you the room to be yourself, but they want to give you the room to be yourself without going far away from them. This person, Pisces, is afraid of losing you. Is it losing you, losing the opportunity with you, losing you? Pisces, I have somebody here who is watching you. This person is very close to you. Well, at least they assume they're very close to you. They do know you. They do consider that they know you enough to, they could assume, they could wrongly assume, but they believe I'll use the word, they believe they know what makes you tick. And Pisces, they're afraid that you'll go on to something better. Go on to something different. You'll lose interest. How can they keep your interest? How can they keep you close by? Pisces, this person, as I said, has little crazy energy about you. And I'm really desperate, Pisces, to hold on to you. Satisfy you too. Hold on to you, satisfy you. But can they? Well, Pisces, signs I have somebody who considers himself to be your family or close enough to be family. Friends or family, they're close to you. They like to be closer. They like to also keep a tether on you, Pisces. As I said, they'll give you space in their mind, but only to go so far, not to get far away from them, enough breathing space that you won't go farther. Signs I have here are Cancer, Gemini, Aries, and Capricorn. With Scorpio and Aquarius. Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius. But if I was to say, I almost feel like Venus and 7th house energies and maybe 4th house energies apply here. Pisces in these placements. Because this person, you're affecting their heart. They can affect you. They have that, they're enough to you to what they say or what they do. That you pay attention to some extent. Could pay attention to them deeply. It's what they believe. But there is they are close to you. That's the energy I have right here. And yeah, Pisces, they're just afraid of you going away from them, losing interest in them. Also, too, that you will be successful away from them. Would you share the successes that you have with them? Are they anticipating the success of your life and they would like to share in that? And there's a whole bunch of, as I said, this person is flipped out by the idea of not being a part of your reality. Go on to the next sign. Let's see, we did water and earth. Let's do fire. If you have, let's do Aries. Well, maybe we should do Gemini because it's Gemini season. Oh, let's do Gemini. We'll do Aries and then I'll do Gemini and then I'll continue with the fire signs and I'll continue with the air signs. Although now I'm thinking about all the babies being born in Gemini season. So maybe we should do Gemini first. I'm going to do these because now I'm between Gemini and Aries. You know what? I'm just going to do an entirely different sign. Let's do Libra. So give me a second so I can get this Aries, Gemini energy out. One moment. Because apparently I really want to do both of them, but I can't do both of them at the same time. I could, you know, not the format. I'm a process-oriented person. All right, Libra. What do I have for Libra? Who is watching Libra? Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, Libra 12th house, Libra 8th house. Libra. Do you have significant energy of Libra overall? I leave that up to you and how you feel. You can also think about, too, what house is your moon residing in? And what's the energy of that house, innately. So, Libra. Who's watching Libra? I read my queens as cardinals. I read my Queen of Swords as Libra. Someone wants to control you, Libra. Well, they want to control you. I don't know if I like this energy, Libra. Magician, lover, the devil, and whatever the other card was, the tower. That's all very intense energy, Libra. In this energy, Libra, it's like they would do anything to keep you, to get your attention, to obtain you. They would do anything, Libra. They're really, really into you, but I don't know how I feel about that energy. That's intense, Libra. And it's so controlling, Libra. It's big energy. It's controlling energy. I don't want to say the word neurotic, but it definitely is obsessive energy. It's intense. I mean, you're rather formidable in a Queen of Swords energy, but this energy is pretty intense too. Okay. So Libra, I have somebody who's watching you. And they're hot for you. I'll just summarize it succinctly as that. They are hot for you. I find the energy kind of creepy. They are also very controlling. Also, to Libra, this person who's approaching you, I'm going to find out more. Or this person who's watching, I don't know if they're approaching you. Well, there's something around you. They could be manipulating or planning to try and manipulate you. They definitely are talking about you, Libra. But this person is so wrapped up in your energy. And very controlling. They want to control your narrative. I think that's also what's a little disturbing to me. This person is very affected by you. This person is attracted to you, but they also want to control your narrative. They want to create your narrative. They want to remold your narrative. It's almost like conquest and acquisition. That's also what I don't like. Very, I don't know, not the best energy. Libra, you have an admirer who's watching you, if I can call that an admirer. You do have an admirer, but this person is also liking you for the challenge you present, the competitive energy they feel from you as well. Libra, a little while ago, I was talking about Taurus, who's watching Taurus, and I got Taurus as an admirer, and something about Taurus's energy makes that admirer feel like when they're with Taurus, they're in the supporter role. They're not in the leadership role. They're in the, and I don't want to say follower, but they're in like they're the supporters, and then there's the leaders. And something about Taurus's energy makes that person feel inadequate. It makes them feel like Taurus is more powerful than them. Taurus is more of a leader than them. Taurus is more capable than them. And I say in this energy, Libra, the person who's watching you recognizes also your star shine and your capacity to command attention. However, Libra, the person also feels, I don't know if they do, but I will say they also, well, they're intense. So maybe it is adequate to say that they also have a significant presence as well. This person feels like with you, it's not like two equals coming together and joining forces and becoming like a larger force. It really is like a competition, not coming together and co-ruling. It's more like I like this, I'm going to acquire it and say it's mine. So Libra, the person who's watching with an admirer, this person is in competition with you. This person is hot for you. This person is going to work their way towards you. But ultimately, Libra, this person, I think, could rub you the wrong way. Just in how they communicate to you, how they deal with you. And in fact, Libra, I'm going to say too, with that strong bottom of the deck energy that I have here, and this person knows you. Is there anyone, Libra, who you currently are tangling with? Is that the right word? It may not be tangling with you actively, but a little bit of a power play situation. If not, then with this one characteristic about this person will, I feel like they're already approaching you. They're already dealing with the person who's watching you. But they tangle in your energy. They try and assert small acts of dominance, small acts, nothing intense to have you ignore them and go, that's your trip, dude, not mine. Nothing is so intense as that, but small little trips of dominance. And if they haven't done that, that's going to be a trait that's here. Ultimately, they're going to try and break down your boundaries, try and remold you. Not the best energy, the person who's watching you, an admirer who's probably impressive themselves, Libra, but they're in competition with you. And rather than support and protect and encourage, they just want to obtain and subordinate. Creepy energy. And definitely a hallmark is going to be, well, power plays. They'll want to go and be right in everything, or they'll try and diminish things you do, things like that. They'll do very small verbal nitpicky things before they progress to larger things. Anyway, bad news. Get the sage or something like that and say shoo shoo. Or eat lots and lots of garlic, Libra, and then your pores will smell like the garlic, and then you'll stink and they'll stay away from you naturally. You can do that too. You won't have to lift a finger. Just breathe. Let's go on to, we'll go back to fire. So let's do Aries now. Aries sun, Aries moon, Aries rising, Aries in the 8th house, Aries in the 12th house. Aries. Who's watching Aries? Gee, Aries, first of all, the person who's watching you doesn't move fast at all. Maybe they're afraid of making the wrong move, but oh my goodness, Aries, that person just sits and sits and sits and sits. I'm bored just looking at this energy. Person wants to make a move, but doesn't know how, doesn't know the reception of it, doesn't want to take chances as well. This person is conservative, Aries. Person who's watching you, conservative. I'm not going to say they're a coward without a backbone, because that's not true. This person just operates very differently, Aries. This person takes a protective stance before making any drastic moves. This person overthinks and overplans. This person is into perfection. Aries, the person who's watching you, but in their quest for perfection, Aries, they just sit and sit and sit and sit and sit. Well, some people are like that. That's who's watching you right now. That fell, Aries. I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to pull a couple more. Well, you have a hard worker who's watching you, Aries, who's ready to make some really big changes, Aries. Okay. So, Aries, you have a very grave person who's watching you. This person is naturally serious. Now, I don't know what they've been going through, Aries, this person who's been watching you. But they are a very hard worker. Not only are they conservative, not only do they they take their time to think. I mean, there's a benefit to that, right? Thinking before acting. Well, that's the kind of person we have here. Oh, they think so much. Could be a bit slow. I mean, not slow mentally, but just slow to act. I mean, goodness, everything about this person. To even open up their mouths is a big deal. To blink, they must think a couple seconds in advance before blinking. But Aries, so the person I have an admirer. Again, I have another admirer. They overthink things. I think they overthink things. I feel they overthink things. How do you feel about deep thinkers, Aries? This person is a very hard worker, though. Aries, this person has gone through some crap. I don't know what kind of crap it is, but they have gone through crap. Perhaps that's why, too, this person is so careful about any sort of step they take. Aries, this person is at a crossroads. And they've been working very hard for it, Aries. They're ready to go and make a big change for them. They're ready to commit to something, too, now, Aries. They're afraid of rejection, Aries. They overthink things like tons, Aries. I almost feel like saying, Aries, by the time this person will approach, will you even be in the same spot or at the same situation, Aries? Maybe this person will come to you, Aries, because we do have the Sun and Wheel of Fortune. And then we have all these tens here. Wheel of Fortune is 10 energy, which is a 1. Wands, 10. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 10, but they're all basically going down to the numeric value of 1, a new start. But this person has been waiting for the new start for ever. Maybe Aries, this person is waiting for that new start. Well, they want a new start. They're watching you. This person could come to you for that new start. You should move a bit faster, though, Aries, because in the energy I have, even with that new start, they're going to take a while. I will also say to Aries in this energy, if you deal with somebody like this, I do have strong earth, strong fire. Signs specifically Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra. This person should come from a comfortable background as well. Comfortable, I'm not saying rich, not saying poor, comfortable, whatever comfortable would be to them. Also, too, Aries, if you get involved with this person in the way that they would perhaps like to get involved with you in, definitely bringing you home, or, well, there's definitely home here. It could be very hard to get rid of this person. Just saying. Not saying you want to bring people in and get rid of them. I'm just saying, in this energy, this person watching you, Aries, is sticky for life, if they can have it for life. Slow to move and impossible to peel off. Hard worker. Very serious. They look for things to apply themselves to, Aries. And they only look at one thing, Aries, once they're applied. That's the energy of the person who is watching you. Oh, and let me say too, Aries, one more thing before I go off to the next sign. It's a little funny in this energy too. I said they're watching you. I'm not quite approaching you. They're waiting for the moment to approach you. In this energy, Aries, you just may have to go and look to see who's around you and who matches the qualities of who I have listed here. Because this person, in actually getting up and talking to you, that could be another period of time. You may have to go and make some openings, because this person is so slow to move, so slow to act, overthinks things a megaton. In this energy, this person is interested. This person doesn't have yet the thought of how to come up and talk to you. So if you want to let this play out normally, well, you got plenty of time. And if you want to try and speed that up, look for someone around you who matches that kind of temperament I do think that's a very Pacific type of person. And make an introduction. Otherwise, that person will just continue to watch you for, it feels like very long. The person slow to move. They just can't move fast. Let's go on to Leo. Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo rising, Leo 12th house, Leo 8th house. You could also think about where your moon is located. All right, let's see, Leo. Who's watching Leo? Well, is family watching Leo? Now, if I was into clarifying Leo, but I still have the air signs to do, I would really take a peek at that King of Cups. I'd like to know how deeply involved is this King of Cups, because I see a King of Cups who is putting out a lot of effort. But I'm curious what kind of effort. The effort to meet you, to make that, to make those connections with you, or a King of Cups who's already connected with you. A King of Cups who has something to, well, King of Cups who has something to bring up. Leo, the person who's watching you, they also have the power to affect your household. It seems primarily in a good way, Leo. We'll find out more. 10 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. This person, Leo, feels like, Leo, they know your family. Maybe you know their family. Maybe you know their mother, their sister, their aunt. Maybe they know your mother or sister or aunt. Maybe they know your daughter. I don't know, Leo. Their person who's watching you is very close by. It could also be neighborly energy. This energy is so ambiguous, Leo. I'm going to draw another card. Of course, the sun. Hangman. Leo, I have someone who's just watching you and your family. This person is either a neighbor or a friend close enough to be known to your family. They're watching your household. Perhaps at some point, Leo, you were closer or more friendlier than you are right now, Leo. And Leo, I am also going to say, I think you are doing or appearing to do a lot better in your life and in your supportive personal network. We'll call it that, whether that's friends, whether that's family, whether that's work, whether you live nicely, whether whatever you're doing, that either you on your face look happy. You know, some people, Leo, I mean, they could be going through crap. They could not be going through crap. But some people, they seem happy, right? Like even if their life is difficult, their life is easy, they're happy. And some people, they can have everything or they could have nothing. They can have peace, all the money, etc., 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 no worries. And, you know, no bills to like eat up the money. Or they could have absolutely no money and there's just, you tell they're miserable. And Leo, this person feels like you, whatever you're going through in your life, you're still happy. You're living life happily. And they are watching you, Leo, in that. And Leo, for you, I'll pull one more card just because we have someone who's just watching. Maybe two. That's all they're going to do for a while is watch, Leo. This person is either a neighbor or this person has connections to your household. Person two, Leo, I'm going to say they're probably talking to someone who's close enough by you, or they have spoken sporadically to someone who's close enough by you, but they haven't dealt with you, Leo, for a period of time directly. And also two, Leo, I think if you were just to compare at least outside appearances, or maybe if you thought about it, I do think you are happier than they are. Regardless of what's going on in life, regardless of what's going on in their life, they're kind of miserable. And they're watching you being happy. A little bit of a Scrooge energy there. Signs, Leo. Well, I have Pisces, I have Cancer, I have Pisces, I have Libra, I have Sagittarius, and I have Cancer, a strong Cancer. Leo. In fact, Leo, I'm also going to say with that sort of energy popping up and the fact that this person could make an appearance could be thinking about making an appearance, or maybe you could run into them at either outside on your lawn, or you could run into them at some family friends gathering in the next 2 to 3 months, summer season. This person is still around your network, Leo. Person's not watching from a million miles away. This who's watching you. Grinchy energy. And they're not doing so happy themselves, or they're not doing so well themselves. Happy. And they're probably wondering too, Leo, how can you, something about thriving. How can you be happy? How can you be self-contained? How can you perhaps be doing so well without them? How can you be doing well without having as much as them? There's some kind of energy there around that. It's comparative. Anyway, that person is also a little twisted. Get another. Give that a second. So we're on Sagittarius. Sagittarius, and then we have Gemini, and then we have Aquarius. So who is watching Sagittarius? Sagittarius Sun, a Sagittarius Moon, you know the drill, Sagittarius Rising, Sagittarius 12th house, Sagittarius 8th house. I also have Sagittarius people minding how you live your life. Oh, but not in a bad way, Sagittarius. There's something to offer you, Sagittarius. Does it have conditions, Sagittarius? I'm not seeing so much conditions, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I see someone watching you. This person has things to share with you. Sharing. There are some conditions, but it feels like those conditions are just allowing a relationship to get closer. It was 4 of Wands, right? I completely forget now, Sagittarius. I think I had 4 of Wands as our main card. I was just surprised that I have a person watching you who can share resources, who's interested in sharing resources. That resources will benefit your household. Is it a job? Is it someone coming with extra money? Is it someone they're coming with support? And it should be no small potatoes. My poor little potatoes. What happened? Oh, today, Sagittarius, I was doing something. I forgot what. And then there was this whole box of potatoes I was looking at. And I had to look at the potatoes twice because all those potatoes are sprouting. I don't know if it's a season to go and plant potatoes. I've read about planting potatoes, but I've never actually done it. And those potatoes looked like bulbs. Well, I guess potatoes are bulbs. But they had roots, and then they had those, I forgot what they call those smaller type of root strands. Are they water roots or something? Water sprouts? I don't know. I haven't read up on my potato root terms either. So anyway, back to 4 of Wands. Now that I went off on potato tangents. This 4 of Wands, Sagittarius. 8 of Cups. Pisces energy, Sagittarius. Who do you know that's a Pisces to you? have significant Pisces energy. Well, Piscean energy is definitely deep in this energy, Sagittarius. I also have I also have Pisces and Aries. And they've been thinking about you a while, Sagittarius. I would say in this energy too, they've been thinking about you more than they've been watching you. They've been feeling the energy of you more than being in your presence or watching you. You have someone who's been primarily Sagittarius been thinking about you. And I would say that part of that reason with the energy that I pulled, initial bottom of the deck energy, Sagittarius, is because that person has been hard at work. I already saw that person was hard at work. Person has been hard at work and it feels like they're coming back. Coming back with things to share, plans to share, things to share. They're coming back to enrich your household. They're coming back with an offer. That offer should be kind of shiny and kind of nice if you want it. Anything more I want to say, Sagittarius? Yeah, they've been thinking about you. Pisces energy is strong. I'm like talking caveman talk, but the Pisces energy really is strong. Now I have some Libra in there. Very, very strong Pisces. The energy of dreamers there is strong Libra. Libra, Aries, and Pisces, Sagittarius. And this person has been thinking of you with that Pisces energy. They've been dreaming of you. They've been working hard, amassing stuff, whatever that stuff may be. Beneficial stuff. They've been amassing tangibles, Sagittarius. And you've been on their mind tons. Sagittarius, I'm going to say in this energy, they are continuing to think about you. They think about you more than they watch you. And this person is planning for the time when they go and they approach. Every day they get closer to when they're ready to go and speak. That's what I have for Sagittarius. And with those energies of Pisces, Libra, and Aries, I leave that up to you, a Sagittarius, where those energies are placed. For instance, I don't really feel them so much as Venus energy or 10th house or 6th house energy. I don't even get communication. That could be first house energy, could apply. How do I say Saturn? I would say think about their sun, moon, and rising, but if it's you could think about their 7th house Venus if you think those energies match a love. Like I said, it's just so broad in one way because this person has really, really been thinking and focusing about you and they have something to share. They've been working towards it. In fact, Sagittarius, too, I'm going to say, this person is not a stranger to you. So who do you know, Sagittarius, who's been away? And who do you know, Sagittarius, that has been away and they've been working hard? They could be away emotionally from you, they could be away physically from you, but you know that they have been making significant strides. I would say they should have impressive strides if you hear news of them or what they've been doing, what they've been up to. If you thought about it or looked at it impartially, you'd have to go, that's impressive. That's commendable. And that kind of energy. So I did all of fire. Let's do Gemini. Gemini. Who is watching Gemini? Gemini suns, Gemini moons, Gemini's risings, Gemini 12th house, Gemini 8th house. Who's watching Gemini? Let's find out. Ouch, Gemini. I know that Seven of Pentacles was going to go in there, but it didn't get all the way to the end. Of course, didn't have to. How to move forward. Ouch. Well, I'm sure Gemini, 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords, Justice, and 7 of Pentacles, you know, whatever this person did, Gemini, they deserved it, Gemini. They're just simply eating the meal they made, or whatever they say. Lying in the bed they made. Smelling the poop they made. I don't know. It's some you know, you'll poop in your backyard. This person pooped in their backyard. Yeah, it stinks. Stinks, Gemini. Person who's watching you. But they're in so much pain, Gemini. Oh, they are in pain. Nothing they could do about it either, Gemini. I'd like to believe there are things that they can do, but either they're not prepared to do it, Gemini, not capable of doing it, Gemini, have too much ego to do it, Gemini, or do they just feel purely inept and realize it's hopeless, Gemini? I don't know, but this person, Gemini, they did wrong and they are in pain for it, Gemini. It's like unfair that I have to go feel that. It's like, ooch. Anyway. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups gets a 7 of Cups. Queen of Cups. Oh, Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Anyway, somebody did the big no-no. And you said you had enough. And they know it. Gemini, I have somebody in really lousy energy. In chaos. Mental chaos, heart chaos. They got pain like crazy, Gemini. They're miserable. I kind of don't want to do this anymore. But anyway, Gemini, the person who's watching you, they did a big wrong to you. Gemini, they are watching you. Gemini, they'd like to approach. They don't know how. Gemini, they are sorry. They're sorry, Gemini, but they don't know quite how, or don't want to make the acquiescing movements and words they should say to you. The person still has a lot of ego. That's probably what's also chewing them up so much inside, Gemini. They know, Gemini, there's a very simple solution of what they have to say and what they should say to make amends. And to put the power, Gemini, put the power back in your hands. But they don't want to do that, Gemini. They're not prepared to do that yet. They know what they could do, what they should do, what's right to do, even if they don't get the outcome that they want. But they're not prepared to do that yet. And yet they're suffering. That's who I have for you who's watching you, Gemini. Signs Gemini, I do have significant water. I have Scorpio, significant Scorpio. I have Cancer. I have Pisces. I have Aries. I have Aries. Okay, those are the signs. Those signs could be in their 12th house. Those signs could be in their Venus. Their signs could be in their Mercury or their places of communication, house of communication. Could be in their moon, their own 12th house. Anyway, they're in pain, Gemini. They're still all egotistical, Gemini. They don't want to give you the power of deciding what to do and acquiescing to them. Anyway, go on to our final sign of Aquarius, but after I do this. One moment. That person is miserable, Gemini, and they caused it. They did it. All their results. Anyway, let's go on to Aquarius. I still, every time I hear Aquarius, I think of that song. What do they call it? I think the song is called Aquarius, right? When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. It's mainly because Aquarius, I have all these music books. And I studied, music. And one of the music books I had was the songs of the 60s. I had a version for guitar. And then one of my projects, I would go and take like the musical scores and put them to piano or to change the scale, etc. And Aquarius was one of them. I even had this little baby phone that someone gave me where you pressed the buttons and it would have its different tones, and I could play the song of Aquarius on the little baby phone. And they're just chords, right? Anyway. Aquarius. Who's watching Aquarius? Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising, Aquarius 12th house, Aquarius. Do you read my Fools as Aquarius 8th house? Well, Aquarius, the person, first of all, who's watching you, they don't consider themselves to be like everyone else. They consider themselves, Aquarius, to be different. They try to be different. Are they actually different? Well, they try to be different. Aquarius, this could also be some of your energy too. That you try to be different. You try and find your own path. And it's hard to do so because there are no rules, there are no precepts of what to follow. And the only thing you could do is just go forward. The only thing you try to do, Aquarius, is to go forward. Anyway, I have somebody in this energy, Aquarius. Signs I have are Virgo, Capricorn. I read my Fools as Aquarius, Sagittarius. Find out more, Aquarius, because we do have the Lovers underneath of here. And yet, it's hard to make connections, Aquarius, in this energy of the person who's watching you when you're also trying to find your own path and also how to act on that path. Let's find out more. Ten of Wands for the person who's watching you. I have Page of Swords. Eight of Wands. Aquarius, the person who's watching you. Seems like timing just is off. Timing is off. Also, the delivery method of you and them are just different. Timing is off. Also, the handling is different. This person is known to you, Aquarius. This person is someone. Well, I did have the Lovers here. Probably so much has gone by or through Aquarius that love connection has kind of been muted somewhat, has been dulled somewhat, has been transmuted somewhat. There's been other things to arrive on the plate or other factors that have come into the relationship, Aquarius, than just pure chemistry. Greater things, Aquarius, like what is this message? What is their life's message? Where is life taking them? What do they want from life? What do they need from a partner? Do they have the time to dedicate to a partner? All those sorts of things. Do they have the resources to provide for someone in a relationship, Aquarius? Aquarius, the person who's watching you, I wonder if they've already contacted you in some way that didn't get to you. Or maybe tried to see you in a way that already didn't work. Like, for instance, Aquarius, maybe they used an old phone number. Maybe they misplaced your phone number. Maybe they deleted your phone number. I don't know, something. They looked for your phone number. Maybe they went to your old address. Maybe, Aquarius, they knew some of your old haunts, where to find you. But timing and handling is off in this connection. And connection isn't over. But it's so hard to meet and initiate, so hard to be clear and forthcoming, and also so impatient, yet there are other factors, other things that have taken the priority of their attention, Aquarius. Did I say signs? I think I could have said signs. Additional signs. I have more Sagittarius. I have Gemini. Still Capricorn. Some Aries, some Scorpio. Anyway, Aquarius, the connection isn't over. Person is watching you. Your timing and their timing is very, very, very way off. Way off, like you're in reality A and they are in alternate reality world B. And what should be easy, for some reason, is not. But they watch Aquarius and they plot Aquarius. Let me also say, Aquarius, the person who's watching you in this energy, 10 of Wands, Magician, and Wheel of Fortune. Oh, they're making their way over to you, Aquarius. I almost feel like saying by the time they reach you, Aquarius, it's not going to be quite what you expect. Magician, Knight of Swords, 8 of Wands, and Page of Swords. It's all very flexible, fluid energy, changeable energy. That's why I say when they come, may not be quite what you expect, how you expect. It's all very whimsical. Very whimsical, Aquarius. Hot one moment, cold the next. Snowing one moment, flowers the next. That's who's watching you. Well, that does conclude the readings here for who's watching you, unless anybody has any personal questions. I can take a peek. If you'd like to donate to the channel, thank you so much, everyone, for the likes. I do appreciate that. I will be back with who's watching you next week. Also, see how my time is for tomorrow, but I will be looking at the secrets you should know. I may do moon messages Monday or later, I don't know. My weekend ones for moon messages gets later and later, it seems. But anyway, those are the reoccurring messages. I guess I could leave this up for a little bit in case anybody has any readings, although it's already 4 a.m. where I am. And it's 4 a.m. and I do plan on going out in the morning. There's a cute little church nearby, and I met this person. So I think I'm gonna go to the church service and try and see some more about this person. He has a sister, and him and his sister look like twins too. It's so cute. Anyway, yeah, I should probably go to sleep. If I want to be all fresh and bright-eyed for church services, whenever that is, I have to go and look. Everyone, I am wishing all of you the most beautiful day or morning. And until next time, bye-bye. Oh, I guess I should read the comments real quick. Let's see. Marsam, hello, Marsam. Hello, Ronaldo. Messi or Ronaldo? Well, I haven't done sports readings in a while. I should get back to boxing, but I've been so busy. Hello, Husky. Have I watched Pokemon before? I have watched many, many, many things in anime, yes. I have watched Pokemon, so much so that I got disturbed with how they were drawing the characters like pants. I thought that was kind of questionable. You know, like certain things you look at and you're like, you know, like the people are putting their picadillos in there. Like Fairy Tail is another one. The way they kind of over-sexualize some of the characters, I think, is unnecessary. And honestly, if you ask me, like Pokemon as opposed to Digimon, I like Digimon. But if you thought about it too, I would like Digimon, Pokemon, no, Digimon. I would like Digimon more because I like the characters. They were like all these skinny characters with big heads. And you can see a couple, not many, but there are like a few videos here and there of me on here. And I'm like rather like a Digimon character myself. So I like Digimon too because of that. Anyway, that's more information than you want to know about Pokemon. Oh, and with Pokemon, I don't really think I have a favorite Pokemon. And have I gotten into the adult like gaming thing of trying to find Pokemon on there? No. Not at all. I think if I did that before I would do that, I would just simply binge watch on something. But I haven't watched Pokemon in a while. Not really interested in Pokemon. I feel like if I'd watch anything that was old, I feel like watching Ergo Proxy. I could watch that again. Mainly because I forgot what it was all about. Oh, and I think I could also watch that series Monster again if I was going to go and watch something old. Not Escaflowne. That's like not in the mood for that. Oh, and I could also watch that one that goes on and on and on. That guy. What do they call it? The one that keeps on dying, and he comes back. He reincarnates to zero. That's his special gift, and it's been on for 4 or 5 seasons. And he's this guy who's in love with the half elf. I could watch that one again too. So I'm not going to say happy birthday to anyone specifically, especially with the name, because so many people have like said weird, almost those Bart Simpson type of jokes, and that's just no thanks anymore. But I already wished everybody a happy birthday for Gemini season. An unregistered firearm. Well, I am not opposed to self-protection, personal protection. I leave that up to people how they want to go and enforce that, whether that's through dirty looks or something more serious. Up to you. Hello, Carlos. And I'm not really following the conversation, but if someone said this isn't for you, well, it's for anyone who wants to go and watch, as long as you're respectful. And I guess it's everybody. Hello, Avery. Well, yes, thank you so much, everybody, for your comments and your likes. I'll be around. No, actually, I won't, because see, I'm already tired. I did get up early too. Yeah, I'm going to head off here because, as I said, I have a local church that's nearby, and I'm going to go to that service precisely to try and meet somebody. I need to make sure I'm all bright-eyed and pretty for it. Until next time, bye-bye.